All right, so let's jump into it. So we're going to go through a bunch of stuff. This is essentially like the first coaching call of the series based on your first. I know we missed last week, but we've got a lot of good data to analyze today. Now we can really, really get hyper focus on, what's working, what tweaks we need to make. So overall, before we really dive in and lift up the hood and get into your business a little bit, how's it going overall, generally speaking?
I mean, just like looking off the data, contacts, like appointments set, like it's on par, like 100 contacts for every, listing appointment. So like I'm meeting the stats there, but I've only gone, okay. So like I've set 3 listing appointments.
Yep.
One of them canceled. One of them I went on, but I accidentally gave them too much time to think about it, and they
Yep.
ended up selling on their own. And then I've got another one scheduled for Monday. So, I mean, like I'm meeting the stats, but I haven't really seen like any, tangible results yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? We're building a pipeline. And so why don't we just jump right into this? Cause I've got a bunch of things I want to cover with you.
Okay.
And I want to try to keep these to 30, 45 minutes. I know the first one went a little bit longer, but so let's look at that. So CT, you're getting to learn that a little bit, that system.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And just to have the visibility into what you're doing probably makes a huge world of difference. And you're going to see the value of it right now. So let's just focus on April. Okay. This is because essentially that's our first month that you and I have been working together, because we had a little bit of March, but really April is going to be our first month worth of data. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to clarify some goals with you, because I know when we got off the call last time, we talked about taking in splits and taxes and stuff like that. So I want to really verify a couple things. So let's go to goals. And so closed units in here is 11. Is that right? Because did you go in here and adjust the goal?
No. So like I was taking a look at that too, but I think CTE thinks that we start like at the beginning of this year. So like I'm 11 listings behind, if that makes sense, because we started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why.
Okay. So let me just think here. All right. So really this is what you need to do. Yeah.
Same thing like with the appointments held. CTE says that, I should have had 39 appointments by now if we.
Yes. So we'll adjust that. I might go in there and clean that up for you, but let's see really what we need to do. So what adjustment did you make to the closing goal so that your net was 100,000?
Yeah. So I kept, the average price point the same. I kept the commission the same. It's just, pretty much like the amount of units that I need to close. I think when we did it before, we said something like 20 something units, and that would have netted me like 75K after tax. So now I need to close 39, and then that will net me 100K after tax, worst case scenario.
Got it. All right. So 39, this is correct. This 39 number.
Okay.
No, I'm asking, is that what you came up with?
That's for the appointments held, but.
Oh, but for closings, how many units do you need closed?
Yeah. So I need to take 49 and I need to close 39. Yeah, so I'm not sure why the appointments held is 39. I haven't changed anything on this page.
Okay.
I changed the one where it's called like my business or like.
Yeah. So here, let's go there right now.
Yeah, that one.
Because this is the part that we have to get this clear first, so that we can make adjustments to this every other week and every month.
Yeah. Actually, I think it may be the business plan.
Yeah. Let's go here. Here we go. All right, perfect. All right. So when you made these adjustments, because I looked at this 195 of GCI, so this is what you took out: broker splits, taxes, expenses, everything puts you in a place to net 100K, correct?
Yeah. So I'm like kept the taxes the same 30%. My split's 25%, worst case scenario. And that's 195 GCI and then 102 after taxes and everything.
Got it. Okay. So 39 is what you need sold. We need to take 49, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Now I'm on the same page. Okay. So now this is going to help us out a lot. And we're going to come back to these conversions. This is what I want you to update after our coaching call to that reflects your actuals, because there's already a bunch of key things that I'm going to go through with you. So I like going to the financial snapshot tab, going to CEO summary. And then this is going to tell us a lot of information, right? So if we look at, can you see my screen okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So if you look at April, so we've got 245 contacts. So let me just do this to, I'm going to pull up just so we have a calendar in front of us. All right. So we've had we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 working days so far. So you've gotten 245. How many contacts did you have today? Was that including today?
No, that's not including today. Because of the coaching call, like it kind of cuts into the prospecting. So I'm gonna have to finish my prospecting after.
All right, cool. So you're doing about 20 a day. Now, here's what I want to look at. So just to your point, when we start to formulate, this is the only data we have. This is all going to be like when we're into this for like 3, 4, 5 months, dude, this is going to tell a massive story, but let's look at what we have so far. So in April, you set 3 listing appointments, you went on 1. Okay. So you're 81 contacts to set 1 appointment. So you've already proven that your skills are better than the business plan that we've created, which you should be proud of. That's the first win. So when you said 5 minutes ago, hey, I don't have anything tangible, I challenged that a little bit, because this conversion ratio is like the number one thing, the number one driving factor in your business. So like on YouTube analytics, like there's certain driving factors. Well, in your sales analytics, this is like the lever. This is like the gas pedal, is contact to appointment set ratio. Okay. This has everything to do with your skills. So right now we're at 81 to 1, which is, dude, for your first 2 weeks is phenomenal.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm telling you, it's like the average is 100. Your first 2 weeks going after listing appointments, you already got underneath that. I mean, that's really, really good. In the next 2 weeks, after we talk about some stuff today, hopefully that number, Joshua, keeps going down.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right? So
I think where I made the mistake is that I added up March and then also April's, and that was like 300 something contacts. And then I was like, okay.
Right. So, okay. Now, and then your appointment set to KEP ratio, that's low. We're going to talk about that today in just a second. And then we don't have a conversion. You haven't taken a listing in April yet, correct?
No.
All right. So what I want to do is just make sure that we look at, so right now your actives, we don't have anything active or pending right now, correct?
Nope. It's all closed.
All right, shoot, get back here. Oh, that's annoying. It's hard to have all this stuff going on. Let me just grab that back. All right, let me pull your thing back up. Here we go. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So the first thing we need to look at is say, okay, so you need 49. So let me just go back here. So we need, let me pull this up.
For a month.
Yeah, I just want to look at that. So you need a listing a week.
Yeah.
So you need 8 listing appointments a month.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we're still going to base this off of a 50% conversion ratio. We'll prove that here the next couple of months. But so you need 8 listing appointments, 2 a week. And then you need, wait, hold on. I'm getting confused already. So hold on. You need to take 4 listings, which requires you to go on 8 appointments, and which requires you to probably set, this is where we're getting confused. So 8, yeah. So So we need 12. So 12 divided by 4. All right. So that's where I came up with, because I did a lot of this math before our call, but,
Okay.
but you really need, you need about 4 listing appointments set per week. So the first thing that we need to adjust right now, and I want to talk through this with you, is we're going to have to, the first aha, Joshua, is that we're going to have to up our contacts per day. Okay. Because you need 325. We've got to get you to where you're at right now. We've got to bump that up. I want to bump that up starting on Monday to 50 contacts a day. Wow. I know. This is the thing. This is where we're at. This is what we need to do right now to get back on track, because the numbers tell the story, Yeah. And so the other thing is when we look at 50 contacts a day and we break down your day, right now we don't have any actives, pendings. We don't have anything else going on. So the question that I have is, if we're not making, I want you to really focus on this. Your mindset from this day moving forward is, here's the job you signed up for. I'm either on an appointment or I'm looking for one.
Okay.
That's the job. That's what we do as real estate agents. I know that everyone else has us think about all kinds of other things, but if you think about that for a second and you can bang out 50 contacts, if not, what else is taking up our time? So I want to talk about that for a second. When we look at the day, your day to day, what are some things? Because when I said 50 contacts, you can rewind this video, go look at your face.
Yeah, I know.
What made you nervous about that? Tell me.
Right now I'm averaging like 20, 25 contacts a day. And that usually takes me from, if I start at 8 o'clock to like 10:30 or 11. And then, the rest of the day, if I don't have appointments, I'll do some admin stuff. And then I might work on YouTube, or I might work on just, following up and just stuff like that. But
okay,
I can definitely find the time to prospect more. I'm just not sure if I should do that in the evenings or right after lunch or something.
Yep. So let's talk through it. So just to be clear, of the 50 contacts, your follow-up contacts count there as well.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So these are, because we need to see those contacts have to be part of the ratio, because that's where 70, 80% of your appointments are going to come from. Okay. So your follow-up conversation and contacts need to be added into the daily contact number for sure. 100%.
Okay, cool. I'll start doing that.
Okay. Now, the other thing is, again, based on what I just said, as far as we're either on an appointment or looking for one, like that has to be your truth. Like in the beginning right now, as a new agent, as a young agent, like what I did, I was doing 100 contacts a day, really for my first 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
And so like, there's nothing else to do. Now we could find shit to do. There's no doubt that you and I could go find a bunch of stuff to get you busy. But like, this is going to come down to like, all right, how bad do we want it? And I know how bad you want this. So we have to have a mindset of like, come hell or high water, we're going to talk to 50 people today and tomorrow and every day, every single day. And so we've got to it actually requires you to do a little bit more based on your skills right now, but I want us to bump up to 250. So here's what we're going to do. Each week, I want to have one late night call block, preferably on Wednesday.
Okay.
And so that'll be an additional 2-hour block. You can do like a 6 to 8 and just do 2 45-minute blocks. So 45 minutes from 6 to 6:45, break, have a snack, do whatever you need to do, go for a walk, and then do one more from 7 to 7:45.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's Wednesday. And then what I'd also like to do right now, Joshua, as we're building the business, you're like at the bottom of the mountain pushing that boulder up. You've seen that picture 100 times, right? 1,000 times, 10,000 times. You're that little dude at the bottom pushing that thing up the hill right now. So what we also have to do, and this is what I recommend every new agent do, is a Saturday morning session. 2-hour block Saturday session, 2 45-minute blocks every Saturday morning. in addition to your Monday through Friday schedule.
Okay.
All of that combined is going to help you get to 250 contacts at the end of the week.
Okay.
And so what we need to focus on right now is we've got to get, first and foremost, it's all about focusing on what we're in control of. And that's what we're in control of right now is by the end of the week, when you call it quits Saturday afternoon and you go do whatever you want to do with your friends or family, that 250 conversations would have occurred over the past 6 days. Then the next goal from that is we're looking to get 4 listing appointments set per week. Okay. And so first, let's talk about, here's what I want you to do. Are you doing 100% of your prospecting dials on camera in our Facebook group or just some?
I do it up until I reach, like the minimum contact goal. If like for sale by owners pop up during the day, I'll give them a call, like if they pop up in Zillow.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because the other thing that we're going to need to do is I've got to get you to either start tagging me in our Facebook group so we can start listening to the calls and what you're saying so that we can increase these conversion ratios. And there's 2 ways you can do this. You can tag me in our Facebook group, or what I recommend is you download Tape a Call. Did I have you do that on the last call?
No.
All right. So do you have an iPhone, I hope?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm not an Android freak. I'm just
I
kidding.
used to be.
Yeah, well, then you came over to the good side. So good job.
Sure.
So get Tape a Call off the App Store. I
Okay.
think it's $5 a year or something. And I also want you to get as much data of your live calls recorded as possible so that number one, we build a call clip library of all your call clips. And then 2, we can break down those live calls on our coaching calls to see, okay, where are we missing the boat when it comes to listening for appointment opportunities? And what are we not doing to seize the opportunity to convert on the phone when there's an opportunity that presents itself?
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to be doing tons of call reviews, tons of role plays to start really working on the skill set. Now, with that said, what challenges, well, before I get to there, 50 contacts a day, what lead sources are we calling now?
FSBOs, if there are any. We haven't really been having any new expireds. We'll maybe get 1 or 2 a week. So it's been FSBOs, and then I'll just do like absentees, and then like also some downsizers.
Sweet. So did you get a downsizers list created in Vulcan 7?
What I've been doing is just like, kind of like on this geo search thing, like I'll pick an area in town and then just filter by like owner occupied and then 15 years. I don't know if there's like another way to do that.
All right. So I want you to share your screen with me and I want you to pull up your MLS real quick. I want to show you a couple of things.
Okay.
Do you know if you have access to Remine?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Let's find out. All right. Show me the home screen when you first, I want to see when you first log in. All right. Get through that, whatever. Okay. So is this the home screen right when you log in?
Yeah, this is it.
All right. Go to that top and type in Remine, REMINE.
No, so it just pulls up listings.
Okay. Go to resources. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, is it like any of these things here?
Let me see. No, you've got your fast stats. All right. So that's a takeaway. I want you to call your MLS and ask them if you guys have access to Remine.
Okay.
And Remine is a phenomenal tool that's integrated with most MLSs right now. And this is how I build a ton of listing lead lists. It's like my secret weapon that most realtors don't know about. I'm going to show you how to use that tool. So when you have that conversation with them, just text me and let me know if you have it or not. Okay. So you got absentees. You're getting absentees through Vulcan 7.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like the same thing with Downsizer. Like I just filter by non-owner occupied, and then I select an area.
All right, and then in Vulcan 7, is that all organized with your lead follow-up folders, or do you want to should we take a look at that right now?
Sure. So when I had like previously signed up for Vulcan 7, I had like a 50-week trial. I mean like a $50 2-week trial.
Yep.
That was with lead gen scripts and objections. So when it activated, I'm still with them. If that makes sense.
Ah, yes.
So anyway, here's what I'll do, for like absentees. I come here, owner occupied or like non-owner occupied, and then
Yep.
just filter by that.
So let me see your contacts. So let me see here though. So for lead follow-up, are you doing that inside here? Or are you doing that inside your CRM?
So I've just been using Vulcan 7 for everything.
Perfect.
I follow up with FSBOs a little bit differently. If they don't answer, I'll put them in this folder, and then everything else just kind of goes in the Monday follow-up. If I've got anything that's really urgent, like I put them in the tomorrow folder, then I've got a weekly folder, and then everything else is monthly.
Boom. All right. Perfect. Good job. That's perfect. All right. That's what I want to make sure all that was set up correctly. Now, do you have really what I'm asking is to get 50 contacts a day, we've got to make sure you've got enough lists in there to suffice. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to also contact Vulcan 7 today. Actually, I'm going to put an email together right now.
Okay.
I'm going to email my rep over there. I'm going to put you on the email. And I want to get you old expireds for the past 5 years.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was going to ask you like how I could get more old expireds because I called all of them.
All right. How many old expires did you have in there?
I think we had like 80 something.
Okay. So you talked to all of them or you just dialed through all of them?
I dialed through all of them.
All right. So you want to, obviously you got a folder in there for all non-contacts that you keep cycling through, correct?
No, I don't.
So tell me more. You dial through them once, and then if you don't get them, they go in the trash or what?
I would like to double dial them and then, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
Huge learning opportunity for you here. Let me fire off. Well, I'll fire this email off when we're done. That's the black hole.
Okay.
So you know how I talk about that in the online course?
Yeah.
That's it. Here's what I mean. So agents are very, very good at like calling leads once or twice. Let me see if I can pull something up for you. I want you to see something.
So I should have like a folder just for like everybody who doesn't answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you something in a second. Harvard lead conversion. Harvard did a study, right? And what they found with lead conversion is most of the conversion, like the biggest portion, the percentage, I think it's 70%. I'm trying to find this right now. Was like so attempts 7+.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So this is where you're losing a ton of conversion because you're spending so much time calling people one time. And I'll tell you right now, calling people one time, you'll never get your conversion ratio where you need it to be ever. I'll put it in perspective. So typically, like, let's talk about new expires and new for sale by owners and new for rent by owners. On day one, I'm trying to find this right here. It's crazy. You should go look this up. You should contact these people. Like your goal on day one is to make contact. You may attempt new expires, new FSBOs, new for rent by owners 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 times day one.
Okay. Wow.
So like in my mastermind group with like guys like Kevin Mills, Abe Safa, these guys that are selling hundreds of homes a year, new expired, it's like 12 contacts minimum day one. 12 attempts. So dude, we're calling, we're texting, we're sending video text, we're knocking at the door, all of these things to try to be that first voice on that first day. It is that important. So from a process flow. So when you look at your prospecting days, this is going to make everything that I've been telling you make a lot more sense because you're thinking of 50 contacts dialing through lists one time. You know what I mean? And so how you want to structure your day is your biggest priority is making contact with all the fresh leads.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you want to be like a crazy person trying to get a hold of these people. So this is call, hang up, call, text, send video text, reaching them, having time in your schedule to call them in 2 or 3 later blocks. The way that your schedule should be right now is prospecting from probably like 8 until 3. Okay. Not straight through. You have breaks, but like right now, that's where you're at in your business. We have no actives, we have no pendings, and we've got big goals. So all we should be doing is 2 things. What are they again?
Either going on appointments or looking for one.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do. And when I mean looking for appointments, it's follow-up too. Tons of follow-up. In follow-up, Joshua, the number one part of lead follow-up is the non-contacted list. Most people think lead follow-up is calling people they've already talked to. The vast majority of that time and that effort should be spent attempting people multiple times to increase that contact ratio. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So should I like prospect from like 8 till 1 or something? And then like 1 to 3 is just trying to like call people again or what?
Yeah. So you can break it up. So let's talk about this. So I would really focus on, your daily 30. So in the mornings, you want to call all your fresh leads, right? You want to get through all your new expireds, new for sale by owners, new for rent by owners. You could probably get through that within your first 30, 45 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
And then after that, so about 9 o'clock, I would go through the list again before you do anything else. These are all going through the non-attempt or non-contacted. Same lists.
Okay.
So you're going to go through that. You're going to cycle through that list 2 times. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not till that point that I would break off of that and start calling your older absentee owners or older for rent by owners, older FSBOs that you haven't talked to before. I mean, you can have some freedom and flexibility with that, but I would block it out. So right now you've got to it's going to take you 5 to 6 hours to get 50 contacts. So after that first hour and a half, after you cycle through the new leads once or twice, maybe even 3 times, just do 45-minute blocks. 45-minute block on absentee owners, 45-minute block on old expireds, 45-minute block on downsizers, 45 minutes on older leads in your non-contacted folder. Like that list is going to grow dramatically, and they should stay in there. And you got tons of time. You could have multiple attempts with these people. And I would be calling them after you get through a list of 45 minutes. I would make a list of the people, when their voicemail picks up and it's them.
Yeah, right.
Then I would go back because after you don't want to stop your dial session. After your dial session, go and text all those people.
Okay.
Right after you're that 45. So maybe the call block is 30, 35 minutes, and then 10 or 15 minutes texting all the people on that list for that 45-minute block who didn't pick up, but had the voicemail where you knew it was the right cell phone.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in Vulcan 7, under the lead type, you can just say, okay, good number, or you can mark it. You can say, this is the right number. Good cell phone number. And you can put that in the notes and then go back there. So I would do 35-minute block, 10 minutes of texting. Your contact rates are going to go through the roof right now. Like you'll probably do, well, we'll see what happens. But the time, Joshua, it doesn't matter what time you get this done by, but if you're doing 45-minute blocks of totally focused time, I bet you get this done. I bet you can do it in 5 hours.
Okay, cool.
So that's 5 blocks of what I mean. So you got, let's really get clear. You got 1 block from 8 till 8:45.
Okay.
You're clear on what you're doing there, right? You're going to go through the fresh leads as many times as you can in that first block.
Okay. Yeah. And
texting.
Okay.
Your next block's probably going to be like 9 to 9:45.
Okay.
Okay. And then your third block is from 10 to 10:45.
Okay.
Fourth block is from 11 to 11:45. And then, dude, you only need 1 more call block after lunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you can go be a realtor.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
So this will be like, and then you need your Wednesday late night session and your Saturday morning call blocks. So all of that with with the older expireds and absentee owners, you should be able to hit your, if you have any issues hitting the contact number because you don't have enough leads, well, let's work on building your lists inside Vulcan 7 because there's so many leads.
Okay. Yeah. That makes
All
sense.
right. You with me so far?
Yeah. So when I'm, pulling up like a list in Vulcan 7, like on the geo search of like absentees and downsizers, am I also like calling those people twice? Or like,
Oh,
am I
yeah.
only doing that like with the fresh leads?
Yeah. Well, oh, like the cycling back like that.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause
No.
you pull up a list and it's like 100 contacts.
Yeah. You don't have to call them back right immediately like you're doing with new leads. However, that list is going to stay in that non-contacted folder. And that's going to be a list you call later in the day or tomorrow or the next day or the next day. It just keeps building. What will happen over time is you're going to have 10, 20, 40,000 leads in there of people you've never talked to. Think about it, dude. I mean, if you're doing 50 contacts a day, let's build a list in Vulcan 7. Pull that up real quick.
Okay.
And I wish you had Remind because we can really do this a better way. But let's go to the geo search. And let's do see if you can do a county search in there yet. All right, there we go. All right, now let's just get the whole county. All right, let's get all your non-owner occupieds. So take off your owner. Yep, uncheck that. There you go. All right, so let's see how many records we got just with that.
Okay.
These are just all your absentee owners.
Should I do like any condos or just like single families?
No, I love condos. They're so easy to sell.
All right. And then that's it, right?
That's it.
Yeah, I have to like select a range, I think.
Yeah. So, oh, there you go. Yeah. Is that your county lines right there?
That's roughly where it is. Yeah.
Can you do more than that, or what? Tell me about the geography of where you live. Like, so where do you live? Point on that map, essentially, kind of where you live. Like, I see Lincoln and Eagle.
Yeah. So I'm here in Lincoln, like in Northeast Lincoln.
Now, what is the drive? Tell me about the drive Northeast Lincoln to the bottom of that map.
I mean, you can get all the way here in like 25 minutes.
Oh, bro. All right, here's what we're doing.
Like, it's a pretty small town.
All right, I missed this in the first call. We need a 1 hour radius.
Okay. Wow.
FSBOs, expireds, for rent by owners, apps, all your lead sources within 1 hour. Because here's the question. Would you drive an hour to go pick up your $8,000 commission check? Of course you would. Of course you would. So when you're setting listing appointments, of course you go drive 45 minutes if it's a listing appointment, right? I mean, as you're building your business. So let's expand our market center.
Okay. I mean, anything really to the west, it's all like small villages. So it would probably just be in between Lincoln and Omaha.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Let's grab that whole radius right there.
All right, cool. Yeah, like from where I'm at, Omaha is about 45 minutes away. I think.
Perfect.
Kind of getting into Iowa there. I'll just be careful.
Yeah, dude. Omaha is great market, dude.
Yeah.
So you got Lincoln and Omaha now. So those would be the two markets you can serve, right?
Yeah, right.
Awesome. All right, now let's generate that bad boy. And depending on how many we get here, I may even get us a list from the share group if they might be able to find us more records, but let's see what pops up here. But yeah, you're going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of leads. You're going to be doing this, you know what I mean? And so this should get you a big list right now, I'm hoping. Yeah. And then we're going to go build another one like this in the same district for likely to sells.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, previously what I've been doing is just going in Lincoln and just, selecting like a few blocks and then just calling those.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that was taking a lot of time. So,
and we need to get so hold on. Well, this is another opportunity. Are you just getting FSBOs in Lincoln?
Yeah. So, it's like what I'll do every morning is like I'll go on Zillow and then like I'll get like the new for sale by owners on there just because you know, like with Vulcan, like it takes like a whole day for them to get in. Yeah.
So let's expand that. Let's get FSBOs, expireds, for rent by owners from Omaha too.
Okay, cool.
That whole little district that map is showing me right now, let's get all those leads, dude.
Okay. I think I can contact Vulcan 7.
Yes.
I can update that.
So when you contact them, just ask them for the old expireds too.
Okay.
And just see how far back they can get you. And they'll scrub it against the non-relisted list. Oh, here's your list right here. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I think I don't think it'll show me everything. I think it's
Oh, yeah.
and then I have to request more.
Oh, because yeah, you can only get 1,000 here. Did it say how many records came back though?
What we can do is this.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it shows me like 50 to 60 at a time, and then once I call those, I just press this, and then it.
That's
then
right.
Some more.
What I might do is I'm gonna have my guy at the share group run a search, because there should be in Lincoln and Omaha, there should be 10,000 or more absentee owners. And I'm going to get you the list with all their cell phones, and we're going to upload it directly into Vulcan 7. That's what we're going to do.
Cool.
I'm going to work on that. I'm going to actually text him right now. And I'll get you that list. All right.
Okay.
You need it. I mean, it's too good of a opportunity not to. And I'll probably have him build a couple lists for you. So let me worry about that. I'm going to go fill your Vulcan 7 up with, so you'll never run out of leads.
Sounds good.
Let me see. Are you free to jump on a call in about 15 minutes? All right. So I'll do that. I'll email you the list once I get them. They're going to come as a CSV. Just upload them. You know how to upload a list into Vulcan 7?
Yeah.
All right. Next, let's talk about now the phone calls. Okay. So you've been doing more contacts than you ever have, which was 2025. Now I'm asking you to double that, which is what you need to do. Tell me what you're running into on these calls that is not allowing you to set more listing appointments.
So I guess we could talk about like with for sale by owners.
You can take off your screen share if you want.
Oh yeah. Right. So with for sale by owners, like that's where I'm getting most of my appointments from,
Yep.
Really something I've been running into is like they've got like a friend in the business, and I can't really get around that. I'll say, great, like everybody's got a friend in the business. What I'd like to do is just send you this email with my backup plan, so you've got all your options on the table. Then how do I set an appointment from there? Because if I try and ask for a listing appointment, they'd be like, well, I mean, I've got a friend in the business, so I don't really need to.
Yep. So let's work on that handler. So I like what you're doing first, which is generating the lead, but here's the objection handler for I have a friend in the business. Okay. So when we role play this out, it's so you get the email address, and then after that you say, Joshua, why don't we do this? I know you've got a good friend in the business. What I'd simply like to do is give you all your options on the table so you can have perspective. So if the day ever comes for you to hire an agent, you have more than one option. Is that reasonable? Is that fair? Would you be open to that? Would you be open to at least meeting with me to look at a different opinion?
Okay.
That's the approach. It can come out a bunch of different ways. That's the approach. What we're trying to do is obviously just get that face-to-face to present a different option while communicating the fact that they'll probably end up still using their friend. And here's what's going to happen. The reason we do this, the person who has the real friend that they're going to use doesn't give you the appointment, but the bluffers do. Okay. And if you get that appointment based on those pretenses, there's a really good listing opportunity for you. And you'll know if this was the validity of how their friend in the business, if that's real or not.
Yeah.
So with FSBO, is that your number one objection you're getting?
Yeah. I mean, everything else, like with for sale by owners, is relatively easy. But then, like other than for sale by owners, when I'm talking to, absentees, downsizers, friend by owners, I feel like it's not really going anywhere. A lot of them aren't interested in selling, or if they are, they're like, well, 3, 4, 5 years down the road,
Got it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was just going to look at, because what's that?
I said, like, is that normal?
Well, let's talk about that. So here's the other thing that should be happening as you're looking you're like a sniper right now, right? You're looking for listing opportunities. However, as you're looking for those listing opportunities, there should be leads that are being generated. You should be monetizing the rejection. Have I talked to you about that before?
No, I don't think so.
So what happens in the beginning of a realtor's business is they need the now business. They need cash flow. So they're looking for that now business, but they're doing a lot of activities to get the now business. Well, all the activities that they're doing is them securing their future business. So with all these contacts, with 50 contacts, I mean, minimum, without you even trying, you should come out with 5 leads.
Okay.
Nurtures. These are people that say, yeah, we'd be open to selling. Yes, we'd be open to, Joshua, giving you the opportunity to earn our business when the day comes. And that's the lead nurture script, by the way. So when you're calling all these different lead sources, if there's no listing appointment to be had, the call doesn't just end, right? And so is that what's been happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, let's say like I was calling downsizers, hey John, this is Joshua, I'm a local realtor, calling about the property at X Street. Just wondering, the market's so hot, if you'd ever consider selling that property if you could get the right offer. No, we're not interested in selling. And then I'll ask, would you happen to know anybody that might be looking to make a move? And that's, always a no. And then, yeah, the call just ends there.
The call's over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So I want you, when they say, no, I'm not interested in moving, I want you to stay right there. And I want you to ask this additional question. I want you to say, if this market in Lincoln or whatever, you're calling in Lincoln or Omaha, if this market in Lincoln, the real estate market in Lincoln, continues to increase the way that it is, are you going to consider downsizing at some point in the future?
Okay. Yeah.
And this is what we're really looking for, because what's happening is those are all just reflex no's. Right. They're all just reflex. Of course, the answer is no. No shit, the answer is no, right? Yeah. The first question is always no. Here was another study that was done, and we're going to work a lot on this. The really get high conversion rates where your contacts are like 18, 19 contacts to one listing appointment is by asking for the appointment 2 to 3 times on one call. Imagine that right now, because you're asking for it once.
Yeah, right.
Right. So with any type of lead, I don't care what it is. Actually, I was just about to say something different. I want you to work on staying in the pocket, because you're probably throwing the ball away pretty fast right now, right? And you know what I'm talking about as far as football and a quarterback?
Sure. Yeah. Like I just need to stay in there more. Like I just, can't give up so easily.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to, because you know how important the contact is, the conversation is. So we have to monetize the opportunity when we have the opportunity. And this will also get you to not have that contactitis where you're just making contacts to make contacts. Now you're making contacts, because here's the thing, dude. Omaha, Nebraska is calling me right now. This is probably the share group. Hold on.
Okay.
Hi, this is Brandon. What's up, bro? Hey, listen, I've got an agent that I'm coaching. I'm actually on a live coaching call with him right now. He's in your backyard. He's in Omaha, Lincoln. And we got to get some leads for him. So can I hit you back in a little bit after the call? Awesome. Appreciate you, man. Bye. Yeah, I forgot he's in Omaha. Oh,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So he's excited. He's like, yeah, no worries. Just call me back. So I'll get you a bunch of leads. All right. So hold on. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't want you making 50 contacts a day forever, and neither do you.
Yeah.
So we have to focus on every contact. So the point is staying in the pocket. And when you get that reflex no, it's how can we ask a hypothetical question where it comes off less threatening to get the phone call, listen, to last longer. So these scripts, they're short, right? Like if you ask them and they say no, call's over. Well, so let's role play this. Ready? So ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Joshua.
Yeah. Who's this?
Joshua, this is Brandon. I'm a local realtor here in Omaha. I was calling about the property over there on Main Street. You still live there?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Got it. Listen, I mean, I'm sure you've heard values are just insane right now in Lincoln. And I was just kind of curious if you maybe had any plans on potentially selling this year and cashing in on this market.
No, I think I'm fine where I'm at.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. And, again, there's so many buyers out there. At some point in the future, have you guys thought about, if this market continues to go up like this, about potentially downsizing it at all in the future?
Oh, I mean, possibly in the future, maybe, 4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, why don't we do this? I've been keeping a lot of people up to speed with the value of their home. And I know I'm calling you out of the blue, but what I'd like to do is provide you updates with what's happening with the value of your property between now and over the next couple of years, if you'd be okay with that. And when the day comes, I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the key, is like, people love that. Like, would you give me the opportunity to earn your business when the day comes? That script works really, really well. So This is what I mean by monetizing the rejection. So at the same moment of someone not looking to do anything now, let's still look to add some people to your database, get them on the weekly emails. And then you start building this seller lead database of people that manifest in the future. Dude, you're young. You're going to be in this business for 25 more years, right? Yeah. This is how you scale a business to 50, 60, 80, 100 deals a year. It's by that pipeline manifesting. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to give you any more yet. I want to stay right here. Okay. 2 big things that we need to focus on over the next 2 weeks. 1, 250 contacts a week. Deal?
Yeah, deal.
2, it's generating more leads and more opportunities throughout those 50 contacts. So your daily goal right now is 5 leads a day that you add to your database every day. It's 25 a week. It's 100 a month, dude.
Yeah.
That you're generating. And then 4 listing appointments a week. So we're looking to set 8 appointments between now and the next time that we talk. Those are the 3 things that we're going to focus on over the next 14 days.
Okay, cool.
Is that fair?
Yeah. Most of those appointments, like, they're going to come for sale by owners, right? I mean,
or expireds,
okay,
or absentee owners, or for rent by owners. I mean, you have 4 sources of now listing appointments.
Yeah.
Because go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I just haven't been having any luck with anything besides for sale by owners. And like I said, we don't have many expireds, and all the rent by owners I call, they're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. So we're going to build on top of that. I mean, the other thing, when you talk to Vulcan 7, there's a couple of takeaways that you had today from this call too. When you talk to them, see if they can get you a list of old for sale by owners in your market too.
Okay, cool.
And for rent by owners. So for rent by owners are great, because their leases are now coming due once again, and you can catch them when they're not looking to lease. Those are another lead source. Old for rent by owners. So when you call them, get old expireds, any old leads that they have, let's get those. So appointments can come from all of those. They don't have to just come from for sale by owners. And then when you start texting people with expired listings, you'll start to get more opportunities. And then, just so you know, I'll foreshadow this. The thing that's coming your way is door knocking these folks. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be like a little afternoon thing that we do to get you out of the office, is especially when spring and summer's coming up right now. Any new FSBO, new expired that we don't get on the phone in the morning, what you're going to be doing at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock is showing up at the door.
Wow. Okay.
This is what it takes.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a whole door knocking strategy for you.
Okay, cool.
Any questions right now that's unclear on what we need to focus on moving forward?
I did have a few questions laid out for you that I just kind of been wondering about.
Perfect.
So, like, a big thing that I'm struggling with, like, is tonality. I just have a monotone voice, and that comes across on the phone, on camera. Is there anything I can do to, like, help get more, like, tonality and like
stand up? I want you to start standing up, because you're so monotone, and it is your personality. You're right. Just stand up. You can get these desk raisers off Amazon.
Like, I actually have like a standing desk. I just don't.
Dude, stand up. It's the best. Motion creates emotion. So like, even if we stood up right now, like you could just start using your hands more, right? And then work on being more enthusiastic, right? I want people, Joshua, your best friends and your mom and your sisters, if they walked in the room and saw you prospecting, they'd be like, who's that? That's what I'm talking about. You have to be like an actor in a movie, both on your YouTube videos and prospecting. Like people that watch you, like the energy's super high, you're super enthusiastic, you're super theatrical, like I am right now. I'm elevating my tone. My delivery is a little bit more accentuated. That's what I'm talking about. So when I say be enthusiastic, those are examples of what I mean. So when you're on the phone, you got to really go for it. Here's another thing, like you're on the phone anyways. You got to be more enthusiastic on the phone. And even if you're fighting the nerves and some fear and some of that stuff, it's all normal. This will help you when you're acting. This will help you push through each phone call and make it better, right? So you're like, damn, I really want to go for it here, but I'm really nervous. And so this is where you can stay in the pocket. You're standing up, you're moving around. Are you on a headset or what are you calling off of?
Look, I just have my iPhone on speaker. I don't know if I should get a headset or something.
Yeah, I mean, this headset off Amazon, it was like $10. Okay. It does plug right into the iPhone. You can get this little adapter.
Yeah, right.
And so this will allow you, this is what I use. This allows you to stand up, dude. And like, I'm ready to go. Like, I will just tear some shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your job, here's the thing, dude. Like, I talked to you about how I grew up at Quicken Loans, right? A little bit.
I think so.
Maybe not, but
I don't know.
You're going to come to Detroit one time and I'm going to take you on a tour there. There's 4,000 people that are between the ages of 18 and 25, all making $250,000 a year or more on a huge building downtown Detroit. And the whole day on headsets, standing up, playing catch with footballs on the phone for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Your job as a salesperson is to have as many sales conversations per day, period. That's it. Yeah. And you'll destroy everybody. And so if you can just make peace with that, like my job is to be on the phone. That's what the job is. And then your skills will increase. You'll start setting more appointments. And then what will end up happening is this, mark my words, is the time you spend in the office on the phone will gradually go down because of so many more appointments that you're setting. And that's where the money is really made in that shift. But right now we've got to be on the phone all day, every day. That's it. I mean, I was going to tell you something different on this. I held back a little bit. And I know you don't want me to do that. Like I was prepared to get you to 80 contacts a day.
Oh, well, maybe let's try 50 first.
Let's go 50. Yeah. And I want you to really, I'm hoping that we get to the point where you start falling in love with prospecting and making calls to the point where like Saturdays and Sundays, when you don't do it, you feel a little weird. Like, kind of feel a little bit guilty. I feel a little bit weird. It's like when you get into a workout routine and you have a day off, like, damn, I just want to go for a run. Like this is, Keith Zimmer in our group.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So he just moved to a brand new market. And I had a conversation with him yesterday and he's like, when we were moving, I just felt so anxious because I wasn't making phone calls. Like he's been in the business a long time, like me. He's just smashing it. And if we don't hunt, I want you to become a hunter. And if you're not hunting for business, hunting for money, I want you to feel a little weird about it. And you're not there yet, but you'll get to that point, that hunter mentality, that killer mentality. That's going to really help you. In fact, let's get this on the list.
Okay. I mean, I still have to finish.
I know.
Prospecting.
What do you think about that? Your hair looks great too, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I haven't started it yet.
That's okay.
I need to start reading in the mornings. So yeah.
And you like reading versus audio, right? You said?
Yeah, I do. When I listen to audiobooks, I just can't really comprehend it. So
dude, that's amazing book. So let's just get that on the list though. Let's get you. And then do we have Compound Effect on the list?
No.
All right. So those are my top 3 books that changed my life. You got to get them all.
Okay.
But let's just start with Fanatical. So Fanatical Prospecting, Relentless by Tim Grover. This is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's coach.
Okay.
And then The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy.
Okay, cool.
Awesome, man. Great session. Good catching up. Let's get to work, and let me know if you need anything. But couple of things, right? So you got to get a hold of Vulcan 7 and your MLS. You got both of those, right?
Yep.
All right, cool, man. Let me know how I can help.
All right, I will. Thanks.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.